Hi guys, I'm back with a review video today. I've been meaning to do this review for a couple weeks or maybe even 3 weeks. It's been a while. Been really busy working both jobs, and also my poor Chihuahua, he got really sick and I had to put him down, so that was really hard. I'll probably do another separate video on that since I had done some videos about my pets before, so I'll just do a little update video on that. So I'm finally getting to do this review. I had recorded it prior, but I did not like the way it turned out, so I'm just re-recording it. So anyways, the review is going to be on Abbey St. Clair. So Abbey St. Clair, they sell mineral makeup, skincare products, and hair care products. And they contacted me and asked if I wanted to pick some items from their website and review them. So I said absolutely. Browsed around on the website and I picked 3 eyeshadows, a mineral foundation, and a mineral blush. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing today. Anyway, it came in this cute little bag, and then here is the packaging. This is the foundation, and it says Abbey St. Clair on there. I like the packaging. The silver top is nice and sleek. So this is the foundation. So I had to select a shade of foundation online, which could be kind of tricky, you know, because you can't really see how it's going to look in person. But they give you descriptions on the foundation, which makes it a little bit easier to select a color. So anyway, the one I picked is the Mineral Foundation in 2.0. And I don't remember the description of this one, but they do, again, like I said, have descriptions on the website. So I'll put a link below so you guys can check out the website. I had never heard of Abbey St. Clair prior to them contacting me. So I always like trying new products. So that's why I said yes, I would love to review some products from them. So yeah, again, this is the Mineral Foundation 2.0. And it actually suits my skin tone very well, so I did good at selecting my color. You get 35 grams of product in here, which is a good amount of product. Should last quite a while. And it tells you the ingredients on the back, and it also tells you how to apply it to the skin. So like it says, use a kabuki brush or something like that, and then down here it has all the ingredients. So what I like about the sifter jars on these is they have a dial. So there's the sifter holes. Well, this dial, you can turn it and close off the sifter holes so that when you put the top on and say you put it in a bag or something and you're traveling, if it gets bounced around, the product's not going to come out because the dial is closed. So there's no holes for the product to fall out of. I still have some excess foundation in there. I really like the dial. It makes it nice, clean. You don't get such a mess because mineral products can be very messy in the sifter jars. They get really messy. Product falls all over the place. But with the dial, it makes it really nice, clean, and I really like it. So as far as the foundation, I have it on my face. I think it gives decent coverage. So it's not a full coverage mineral foundation, but I think it does give pretty good coverage. I would say it's probably light to medium, just how much, depending on how much you build it up. What I do is I just put one layer of it on, and then I put a second coat or layer of it on just to build it up a little bit so I can get a little more coverage. And I think it covers really well. Like I have a little bit of blotchy redness in my skin, so I think it covers that really well. I like the coverage of the foundation is pretty matte. It don't look oily. I just like the way it finishes on my skin. And I think it lasts pretty long throughout the day. I've worn it. I've been wearing it off and on for the 3 weeks since I've had it. Just depending on whether I wanted a full coverage or not. Like in the summertime right now, it's hot in Arizona. It's like 100 and something degrees. So sometimes going lighter coverage is nice. So that's why I like the foundation for the summertime. But there are some days where I wanted a more full coverage foundation. So I would just use my liquid foundation. But for the most part, I really like the foundation because it's lightweight and it makes me look matte, and I don't get really super oily by the end of the day with it. So I'm really liking it. I'm going to keep using it. And yeah, so that's the foundation. Then I'm going to move on to the blush. The blush comes in a similar packaging. The jar is a little bit smaller, flatter than the foundation, as you can see here. So this blush is, the blushes come in 20-gram jars. This blush is called Innocence. And again, it has directions on how to use it and also the ingredients. And I have that blush on as well. So again, I like the sifter jar because it has that dial. I forgot to close the dial one day, so I do have all that excess blush in there. But yeah, the dial is really nice because it prevents that from happening unless you forget to close it, of course, like I did. So again, there's the dial. See, there's the sifter holes, and then you can just close them off. So they also give you descriptions of the blushes online, so you kind of know if they are matte, if they have a little sheen to them, or if they're like shimmery, and then what kind of tone they have to them. This one is like it's almost like a pinky coral color. I don't remember the description if they describe it as a coral or anything like that, but to me it's kind of coralish. It's a pretty color. It does have a slight sheen to it, not too much. It's kind of like a matte with a slight sheen. And I like the color for summer. It's nice. Corals are nice for summer. But for me, it's not an everyday blush. I like an everyday blush for me is more blush that's on the pink side, like a light pink. Again, this one is more coral, so it does give off a little bit of an orange, pinky orange like tone to it. That's the blush. I do like it. It's a very pretty color, and the lasting power definitely lasts all day. By the end of the day, it still looked the same vibrancy that it did when I first applied it. And so then I'm going to move on to the eyeshadows. Got 3 eyeshadows that I selected. These are the jars that they come in. They're square. I like it because you can see the eyeshadow through the top. So on the back, they say Abbey St. Clair, the name of the eyeshadow, and the ingredients. These come in, I think they're 5-gram jars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This one is called Night, I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Night Hyacinth? I don't know. I'm probably butchering that name. I'm not going to even attempt to butcher it even more. So this color is the one that I have on. So that's what it looks like. This is my favorite color of the 3 that I chose. There it is on my hand. It is kind of shimmery, and it's just, I don't know even how to describe the color. I guess it's kind of like a mauve-y pink. I don't know. It's kind of mauve, I think. I really like it. I like mauve eyeshadows. I like the shimmer. It allows me just to wear the color by itself, so I think this is a good everyday color for me. Kind of helps my blue eyes pop out. So I've been using this alone by itself. I really like it by itself. Just kind of when I'm in a hurry, just plop it on, put some eyeliner on, mascara, and go. Next one that I have is called Charm. And this one's like a matte finish. It's really light. So there it is right there. So this color is like a matte finish. It doesn't have any shimmer to it, and I find it really hard to adhere to the lid. I think you really need to use like a really sticky base when using mineral eyeshadows in general, but for this one you really need to use something that's sticky so that the eyeshadow is going to stick to, because I've tried it with just like a regular eye primer and it didn't really stick too well. Like when I started blending, it just kind of dusted off. So I found that it wasn't very good at adhering to the skin, but when I use like a sticky base, like the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencils, it's like the base is nice and sticky and thick, so it kind of helps grasp onto that and helps it stay on. So if you're going to use mineral eyeshadows, it's really good to use a base, I feel, especially with certain colors. I always find that there's certain ones, especially the matte shades, sometimes the lighter colors, not necessarily like black, but like the lighter colors always tend to be a little harder to adhere to the skin. So I just found that color really hard to work with, so it's not my favorite. I just like the other one that I showed you prior to that the best, because it was the best. It had the best pigmentation. This one is the third eyeshadow. Midnight into Noonza. This one's really pretty. Oops, I hope I didn't spill that on the floor. Has like green, it's like a red toned eyeshadow with green flecks. Lots of green flecks. So there is the third color right there. And it is shimmery, does have a sheen to it. It kind of has a different color, like depending on how you move, what angle you're looking at it. It looks reddish, greenish, because of those flecks in it. I think it's a really pretty color, however, I also think it's a little bit hard to work with. I just feel like when you start blending it in, all the tiny little green reflex, they kind of just flake off. They don't really stick. So you mostly just see the undertone of the base color, the red shadow. So I just found that one too a little bit hard to work with. So again, that's the reason that the first one that I showed you was my favorite, because I just think the pigmentation is really good. I like the shimmer in it. I think it's a good everyday color, and I didn't have any issues working with it. I thought it was really easy to work with. But the other two colors were harder to work with, so they weren't my favorite of the three. And with that, they sent me some samples actually, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to use the samples. I love samples, but the little baggy ones can sometimes be hard to use. So what I did was, when I did use them, I would take the top of like the foundation and dump a little bit of the product in the foundation top, and then swirl my brush in there, because sticking your brush in the bag is just too messy. So let me just show you the ones that I got, the samples that I got. This is the Matte Shine Control Primer Powder. And then I got another shade of foundation. This one's a lighter. This one's 1.0. The one that I had showed you was 2.0. Sheen powder. So this would be good to apply over the mineral foundation. This is Banana Cream. I think it's to help even out skin tone. Let's see. Yeah, it's a mineral correction powder. It looks much more yellow in person than it does on camera. Oh, and then this is another foundation. This one's 3.0. So this is a shade darker than the one I bought. So they gave me, so the big sifter one that I got was 2.0, and then they gave me a sample of the 1 and the 3, so that in case, you know, it wasn't the right shade, I guess. And then they gave me 2 blushes. This one's Calypso. See, so I think I would really like this blush. I did try it once, I believe. There's, you know, it's hard to get the product out of here. But I like this blush better than the one that I had selected, because this is more a mauve blush, and I really like mauve blushes on me. I think it just suits my skin tone really well. And then this one too, I like. It's called Tea Rose. And I'm not gonna like talk about all these and swatch them, because I feel like I haven't used these particular samples enough to really comment on them. But if you're interested in checking out Abbey St. Clair, I'll put all the links down below so you guys can check out their website. So they, like I said, they have descriptions of the foundations, and they have descriptions of the eyeshadows and everything like that. So, and it also tells you, like, if an eyeshadow, it can be used on the eyes, face, lips. So you can use some maybe as blush, or a little, put it in, mix it in with your lip gloss to make a little bit of a lip color. And I think also for nails, it tells you whether it can be used on the nails. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!